Hi, and welcome to my favorite time of the week. Hopefully, your favorite time too. Ask Away with Coach MK. I just woke up from a nap. I donated blood this morning, and I forget how much that wipes me out. So, note donating blood is great. There's a shortage. If you do it, prepare to nap afterward. Don't do it and then think you're going to go for a run afterwards. Not that I did. I did not. But I forgot about the napping part, which is the best part. Oh my gosh, it was great. Anyway, so first for the weekly wins, Karina Terry and Trisha Thorne had a great week with consistent good runs throughout. And you know who else did, but doesn't give herself credit for it? Christine Lancaster. Christine has been dealing with more body anomalies than any of us could possibly imagine, including me. And I've had a lot these past couple years. And Christine has recently, they've gotten a Peloton, and she's been able to do more than ever before. And because the good thing about being on a bike is that you really can control your effort level in a different way. So, booyah, Christine Lancaster. I am proud of you, and I hope you're proud of yourself. You should be. Okay. Christine Lancaster also happened to win the Mom of the Year award this week by taking two of her kids to a slime experience and then getting slimed alongside them. Oh my God. I love my kids. I hate slime. Wouldn't do it. Good job. And finally, Amy Wilson, her daughter, Cora, kind of a big deal in the skiing world. She won yet another race. It's probably going to be going to college on a scholarship. And it's just cool to watch because I remember when little bitty Peanut skied her first race, and look at her now. It's amazing. Congratulations, Amy Wilson, and congratulations, Cora. So for the questions, I'm trying to get better about foam rolling and other mobilizations to prevent injury. Do you still recommend the foam rolling routine you shared previously? Yep. Hasn't changed in 10 years since I wrote it. I still love it. I still do it. The thing about the foam rolling routine, the mobilization routine, is the order of it, because once we loosen the shins, we can then work up to our thighs and shearing the outside of our thighs, like just to the inside in between our quad and the IT band. That's where the bulk of the tightness tends to be, et cetera, et cetera. Once you loosen conscientiously up the chain, you can feel the benefits all the way back down. So yeah, my how-to has not changed in years. If you go to the Fitness Protection YouTube channel, sorry, the word eluded me there for a minute. If you go and look at the YouTube channel, and do a search for the word silly toes, you will find both videos there. I've recently switched away from hormonal birth control, and I'm experiencing a natural cycle for the first time since being a young teen. I'm finding there seems to be some big dips and surges in my motivation to exercise that happen at different points in my cycle. Do you have any idea how to best support myself during these different stages? Whew. Carefully. I went off all hormonal birth control when I had the tumor on my ovary and they took my fallopian tubes, and I just haven't needed it since. There have been periods I went back on NuvaRing thinking, oh, this will help smooth things out, and it didn't really do anything. So I tell you that to tell you this: the best you can really do is be gentle to yourself, because depending on why you went off the birth control, I'm gonna wild guess that you're about my age. Menopause is setting in. There wasn't a need for it anymore. As soon as your body adjusts, you're going to have a whole new set of problems with menopause as that starts to set in. So it's a really rough period. I hate it. Acupuncture helped me a lot. And I know that sounds hokey. It doesn't really feel like a solution. We all want to be really proactive people, me included. Like, what's the thing I can do? Acupuncture is a really great thing if that is available to you. If it isn't available to you, that doesn't mean you're screwed. It just means that Western medicine doesn't really care to ask a lot of questions. Where does diabetes come from? It's just easier to shame people for having it if they weren't born with it. Why does this happen to women? God, women, you're so lame. Why do you care about getting old? Just shut up. That's really how Western medicine treats it. So there's which is why you're asking a running coach about this instead of your doctor, because your doctor won't tell you anything. Offense intended to doctors. I'm sure you mean well, but you don't do well in this area, which is why people fall into grifts and why so many of us have had to try to take control of our own health and end up sliding face first down a rabbit hole of grifters, snake oil salesmen, and really bad information. Because the best we could possibly get from a Western doctor is, when it hurts in here because of what boys do to you. I literally had a doctor say this to me last year. If you get pains in here because things that boys say, that's called anxiety. Not real helpful when I had a tumor growing down here, but whatever. So I tell you that to tell you this, you're not going to get a lot of good answers from doctors, or if you do, great. Tell me about it, and then tell me about the last time Santa came to visit. We'll share that with my kids. It'll give them a little bit of hope. Can you tell I'm a little bit mad at doctors right now? I'm really mad, real big mad. But that's how I feel about that. The best you can do really is take care of yourself, because when it comes to Western medicine and hormones, absolutely no one else will. Those big zips and surges, there's no real way to control them. I've heard things. There's an app. Let me see if I can. The name is not going to come to me quickly, especially so now. There's an app that for runners that tracks periods. And in that app, if you have a premium subscription, it recommends foods to eat during each phase of your cycle. This sort of thing only made a lot of sense to me when I was in a really, 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 really hard training cycle back in 2018. And the app wasn't around yet. But back when my body was like more finely tuned than it certainly is at the moment, yeah, things like that can make a big difference. Okay, the week of my luteal phase, I'm going to be really iron deficient. It's the time for all the red meat. The second that passes, I was more into complex carbohydrates. So that can help a little bit, but if it's I can't say that it's worth turning your lifestyle upside down around, or I can't promise how much of a difference it would actually make. There really, hormonal birth control has been demonized a lot in recent years for reasons I don't understand. It's been around for a really long time. We know that it helps a lot more than it hurts. But we also know that your body is pretty good at responding to things. So once you come off of it, it won't take, theoretically, it shouldn't take your body that long, 3 or 4 months, to sort of get back into its own normal, uninterrupted rhythms. And between now and then, you just got to listen to it. If it says rest, don't try to push through. If you climb the stairs and your quads are a little bit fatigued from that, okay, maybe don't go for a run. Like, don't try to push yourself through anything. I know that feels lame. I know that doesn't feel very helpful, but that's the best advice I could possibly give you. I'm really sorry, but good luck. And if nothing else, I can support you through this. Feel free to sign up to talk a little bit more one-on-one in office hours. And maybe I won't be so mad at doctors at that point in time. If you're a doctor and you have something to say, throw it in the comments so I can argue with you. I'm in that mood. Anyway, Tiptoe into 2023 starts tomorrow. Tell your friends if you haven't bought in yet. There's still time. We have journal prompts, a signal chat where we don't actually diss doctors all the time. I'm just particularly frustrated right now after listening to, or I'm a little punchy after listening to Maintenance Phase. Wonderful podcast had an episode about medical grifts and how people fall into that holes. And I'm like, yeah, wouldn't happen if Western medicine could just say, hey, we don't know how to cure chronic conditions, instead of saying, maybe you're crazy. Get a therapist, and then write psychogenic in your chart so that no doctor will ever take you seriously ever again. Hate it. That's so Tiptoe is starting next week. It's starting tomorrow. It's going to be fun. It's going to be not intense, but it's going to be super supportive. We've already got 11 people in the program. Feel free to join the fun. You're coached. You are loved. Keep winning at 2023. Oh my God, Valentine's Day is around the corner, y'all. Get it together. I know I'm not together, so you don't have to be. I'm just saying. I've got to go buy more cards and hope Violet write her name on them. Yay.